this game ends up going the distance here, simply because... Good morning, guys. Welcome back to DreamHack Stockholm. We're here on day 2, and I've managed to find an Artosis who is currently on about his umpteenth cup of coffee. I think before we begin, why don't you tell us why that is?
Well, yesterday I set my new record, which I assume is just the record for esports because I've done so many events at this point of casting. And I got here at a 9:45 a.m. call time, did rehearsal stuff, went live. The cast ended at 5:30 a.m. the next day. So, yeah, that's the longest for me by like 3 hours or something now. So, I went back. I don't know what time it is right now, but I slept like 3 to 4 hours, and now I'm back to cast more.
There's a pot of I say a pot of coffee. There's like an industrial tub of coffee downstairs waiting for you, man.
I have an assembly line of people bringing it to me right now. My doctor told me not to put it in an IV, but I may have to try that later.
But of course, neither of us are here casting StarCraft this weekend.
Isn't that weird?
It's a bit weird, yeah. I'm here content creating for Blizzard. You're here casting the Hearthstone tournament.
Yeah.
And let's talk about briefly the setup, because frankly the setup's amazing. They've got like that circular. They have the choo-choo train camera, which I just really like them pushing that around, getting the player shots. The audience looks super engaged as well, and the desk looks unbelievably professional. The tournament seems like it's set just to be so sick.
It's the best production I've ever seen, like by a pretty big margin in esports. Like, I mean, it doesn't even matter what game we're talking about or what league. This is the best looking thing that we've had in esports so far. This Hearthstone event, like the camera shots are so off the hook. The graphics are perfect. Like they're doing these pans where, as the player's thinking, the camera's going around. You're seeing them go like this and stuff, and then it comes around his shoulder just as he's about to make the move, and then it like goes into the screen and shows the move, and it's like I'm so happy to be a part of it because this is like breaking new esports ground. Like this is the future, man. This is like better than almost everything you'll see on TV, even for professional sports. It's so insanely good. Like big props to Blizzard and DreamHack for pulling this off.
It's looked amazing all day. Every time I'm going to grab videos, I'm kind of gravitating over in that direction to check out what's going on. The tournament itself, though, I feel like the scene for Hearthstone at the moment is kind of moving away a little bit from, hey guys, we have the same really good players invited back to all the tournaments, and now we're getting a lot more open qualification, and the playing field's kind of opened up to so many people now. As the defending BlizzCon champion, how do you feel about that? Are you worried you're losing that spot now?
No, I'm happy to actually. Like, I wasn't planning on being like a Hearthstone pro forever. It was like kind of a fun thing for me to do, but I have like a wife and baby, so I got to make my steady money and be a commentator. But I was definitely a big proponent of having invite stuff at the beginning of the game because I think that's how you build an esport. Is you need names that people want to follow, and a certain number of the names hang on and remain good and keep going to these tournaments, and a certain number of the names fall off, and that's fine. But I think we're at such a good spot right now because we have those names that you keep seeing do good. You keep seeing like the Strife Crow and Nimsh and Savit's doing well, whereas you have other guys rising up. Like for instance, the Fisho here, he's doing fantastically. I think we have some new names that are popping up, and it's great to see because really the best players are the ones that are going to need to come in and build their brand and build the fame and continue it on. But we still have a lot of these more famous guys doing well as well. So it's pretty awesome. I love the direction it's going in.
Where do we go from here? How do we scale it up? That could be a big question, but of course Hearthstone is the kind of game where it does take longer to play. You need a little bit of prep time. To be fair, we've absolutely nailed it here, but it's difficult to imagine going from this to like a tournament where there's 512 people in a hall or something. Where's the next step from here? Where are we going to be in 6 months?
Well, it's a good question. I think in 6 months we're still going to be trying to recreate what we have at this tournament, to be honest, because I think this is like 4 or 5 steps ahead of where esports is at right now. But as for the direction, I think we need to have bigger and bigger tournaments, and I think we are about to have some of those. I heard about there's a really big one that's going to be happening in France, I believe, soon, and we got to keep it going like this, and I think that we're still working on the rules a little bit with how it's done to make it the least like RNG possible. Like, for instance, at this event we're doing best of 5s because best of 3s are like 2 luck based, best of 7s take too long, so it's like a best of 5 with like 1 class ban, and that's like pretty good. You're basically getting the better player winning almost every time, but I mean, not always, but that's the type of thing we need to work on as well, and the balance of the game and stuff to make sure that it's more skill-based and more decision-based, because, that's, like, I think that's how you need to move forward in Hearthstone. And it's, like, kind of a weird answer for what you're asking, but I think that's, like, one of the more important pressing things is that we continue to reward the skill of the players rather than randomness. And Hearthstone has come such a long way for anyone that hasn't played or followed it since the beginning. Like, the game was dominated by 2 cards that literally were coin flips before Tink Master and Nat Pagel, and we finally got those, like, nerfed into oblivion. And, it is getting much, much better, and we are seeing the best players generally win. So, I think that we got to continue forward with that, work on the format. We got to try to live up to what this event has been. We have to try to get more players involved. The invite thing still definitely has its place.
Sure.
Because, you need to bring in the viewers. You need to have storylines that you want to follow and characters that you like. But yeah, I think those are like the main focal points that we need to do moving forward with the game.
Awesome. Well, hopefully it's onwards and upwards from here, and like you said, we're definitely setting the bar at a new high.
Yeah.
So let's talk outside of esports for a second. How's life in Korea? What kind of stuff you've been into? How is everyone back home?
It's good. It's good. Korea's doing very well. StarCraft is getting revived, which I'm very happy about. Like in the Korean scene, it was not doing so well for a little bit, but the Koreans are getting kind of into StarCraft 2 at this point, and so that's doing well. And I know you said outside of esports, but like that's a big part of me. I play a lot of StarCraft and love StarCraft and do Hearthstone, but for the most part, I try to hang out with some of my friends, but mostly I'm like spending time with my family. My little girl is growing up so fast, man. She's getting so tall and talking and stuff. And
I see you at a couple of events, and I've seen her twice now, and just the difference is like,
it's
whoa,
crazy.
that's the same human being.
Yeah. She keeps getting bigger and bigger. So, that's my life. I basically work, spend time with my family, and every now and then get to go out and have a beer with Tasteless.
Not play chess with him.
I was playing a lot of chess with Tasteless. Actually, here's a funny story. Like Tasteless and I really like chess. It's such a fun game. We're not like particularly good at it, but we were playing like a lot of chess on the app and stuff. We started playing with you because you played, and we played with like a bunch of different StarCraft personalities. And me and Tasteless were basically better than all the esports people were playing with. And then JoRoSaR came in and wrecked our fucking rankings, man. This guy's like invincible. I got like a little bit busy. I haven't played as much chess recently.
Yeah, we need to get some games going again, man.
We do. I need to get back into it. I fell off the horse, but like, basically like. JoRoSaR went like, what was it, like 40-0 against Tasteless before he finally won a game. And like Tasteless was like, he was showing me every day on his phone, like he's like, oh my god, I think I might have him. And like this happened like a few times, and he's like, oh fuck, I lost, But eventually he did beat you one time, and
he did.
That's one of the crowning achievements of his life, I have to tell you.
He's gonna retire now.
He's been bugging me to play. I don't know if he's still playing against you much, but
he's fallen off a little bit as well. But we'll be getting those games back on track soon. I'm hoping he doesn't beat me and then retire. That would be annoying.
I don't think he's ever gonna do it again, to be honest. So it might be smart.
Cool. Well, yeah. Thanks very much for having a chat with me, dude. Appreciate it. I think we have to go empty the canteen of coffee in a second.
I think you're right. Let's go do that.
Yeah. All right. Any words to the rest of DreamHack, Team Liquid, and everyone else who will be seeing this live in about 15 minutes?
Hi. Make sure you watch Hearthstone. Check me out on Twitter, twitter.com/Artosis, and Facebook, which is /Artosis, and basically everywhere is like that. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy the games.
All right, cheers for chatting to me, Dan. Guys, thanks for watching. We're here at DreamHack Stockholm, and action from day 2 is about to get underway, so don't go anywhere. We'll see you then.